Hi everyone. I've got about 2 minutes left on my battery on my Chromebook before it dies. So this is going to be a super fast video about what memory moments are, and then you are going to practice. I don't think you'll need much more than that because it's pretty simple. So this is your second to last signpost. The basics of it is just anytime a character has a flashback or anytime, it doesn't even have to be like a full blown flashback. It can just be like when they start talking about something that they remember. That would be a memory moment. So, what you're going to be looking for are really two different things. The first is what was happening that caused the character to remember that moment. So, it's just like real life, really. Like when you have a sudden memory, when you like remember something that you weren't thinking about previously. Usually, not always, but usually there's something that triggers it. So you'd want to be paying attention to what triggered that memory, if there was a trigger, and then what was the memory itself. So once again, you're looking for flashbacks, so they can just flat out jump to the past, or it can just be them saying, I remember when I was 10 and this happened to me, blah, 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 blah. So what you want to do is after you get that memory moment, you want to ask yourself, why is that memory important? Why would the author include that memory? What function does it serve? So a lot of times that just helps with the plot. It's moving the plot forward in some way, shape, or form. Another popular reason to have a memory moment is character development. So maybe you're learning something new about the character from that memory. And finally, it could just foreshadow what's to come later on in the novel. Those aren't the only things that a memory moment would do, but I would say those are going to be like your most common. So that's where I would definitely start. So, a really quick example that we actually talked about already when we watched the Hunger Games first quarter is the flashback that Katniss has to Peeta throwing her the bread in the rain when she was starving. So what happened that triggered that memory was Peeta was announced as the tribute for District 12. And then all of a sudden, Katniss has like that memory of being in the rain against the tree, and she's hungry and her family's hungry, and she remembers Peeta throwing bread to the pigs, and then he sees her and he tosses her some bread as well, even though his mom disciplines him for that. So why is that memory important? What's the purpose in putting that memory in the book? Well, it gives the reader a lot of insight about how much Peeta cares for Katniss. Um, it kind of foreshadows that Peeta's going to sacrifice himself for her in the games later on in the book or movie or whatever. So it's just a really quick example. I mean, it doesn't really get any more complicated than that. So what you guys are going to do is practice with an excerpt today. So this one's a little bit longer. I'll have one of you guys pass out the packets to everybody. You can read through it, and then I'm going to give you the chart as well. But, I'm not there to check it in today. So what I'm going to have you guys do is instead of handwriting on the chart, I'm going to have you put your answers on Google Classroom. Um, if this is just going to be up to whoever your sub is. If they want you to work in groups, that's fine. If they'd rather that you work silently, that's fine too. Just please be respectful of whatever they decide. If you need help, I'm sure if you asked, someone else would be able to explain it to you if you're struggling, but hopefully this one's pretty straightforward. If you have any just general questions or if you're struggling with finding these in your own book, you can always shoot me an email. The final signpost project we're going to work on next time in class. So if you really don't know what you're doing, maybe we should sit down and talk before then. I will be back at 3:30 today, and then tomorrow I'll be around after 11. So if you need any help or want to come in and chat, I will be around a little bit for the rest of this week. So good luck. Please be good for the sub. And that's all I've got. Have a wonderful day.